In this video, we're going to take a look at the Envelope Distortion tool within Carveco Maker. What this does, it lets you distort vectors to a specific shape, or you can do it by freehand. So to use this, what you need to do is obviously create some vectors, and then this is what's going to be distorted. So here you can see that I've created this text. I'm going to select that, and then I'm going to go into the Envelope Distortion tool, which is located here. Now, there are two different options that pop up depending on what you've got selected. And I'll show you the second one later. But first of all, I've selected this text and I'm going to select Envelope Distortion. Now, I'll run through what all of the options on the right-hand side do in a moment. For the time being, if you want to distort this, what you need to do is just grab one of the nodes and you can move it like so, and you can distort this object. Now, if you want to do something that's a little bit more accurate, then you probably wouldn't do it like this. What I would tend to do is, first of all, if you want to create some sort of ribbon sort of shape, I would select both of these handles here at the same time, and then you can move them down. And the same with this one here. And you can sort of create this sort of ribbon effect. Let me just undo that. If you want to create something where it's larger at the end here, let's say the R, what I'm going to do is select that node, press Alt down on the keyboard, and then bring that down. And then what I'm going to do with this handle is snap that onto this corner here, and then do the same with this one here, snap that onto that corner. And I can do the same here. So if I bring that down, snap that onto that corner, and then snap that onto that corner. And that creates your distortion. When I'm happy with that, if you select Finish, and then it updates and it's no longer text, which I should add. So here you can see this is now a vector on its own. So it's not text. So I can't go back now. I can't select that and edit it because it's no longer text. So let's take a look at some of the other options. So if I go back, and I can undo back through all those steps, I've got, under the copies section, I've got one, which is stretch to fit, which is basically what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just stretching one copy. We've also got many, which doesn't actually work like this. You need to change the envelope, so don't worry about that for the time being. And you've also got specify number. So if I were to put, let's say, 5 copies, it creates 5 copies of that maker, and then I can basically distort all of them all together. If I wanted to change that to 3 copies, right, so let's say 20 copies, I've got millions of them. So go back to 1, I'm going back to 1 there. We've also got maintain smooth curves, so that eliminates those handles. I don't tend to use that very often because you've got less control over the actual distortion that you're doing. Also got display midpoints, which is basically exactly the same as the node editing, so it gives you sort of a virtual midpoint there that you can select and you can change the shape. When you're happy with it, select Finish and it will update the vectors to distort. Again, let's undo that. And I'm going to go back to there. And I'm going to cancel that. Okay, so a different way to go into this is to not to select any vectors and open up the Envelope Distortion tool. And you won't get the number of copies on the right-hand side where it said 1 copy, multiple, or specify. So if I click that now, it's asking me for an envelope. So if I select that, go to automatic, This is basically exactly the same as what I just had. So if I click distort, it takes me back to what I just had. So a quick way to get into there is to select the vectors and then just select the envelope distortion. Now if I wanted to change the envelope, click change envelope, and then I can wrap along a single curve or I can wrap between two curves. Okay, so this is where this starts to get a little bit more advanced. So what I'm going to do is draw a line there, and I'm going to do, let's say, a curvy line here. So this is for some really unique distortions. So if I go into the tool again, and I'm going to wrap along a single curve, and I'm going to say this curve. So if I select that and set the curve, you'll notice these arrows, so it shows me the direction that it's going. I can reverse that by selecting here, and it switches direction. I've also got offset direction, which is left. Now, this is the offset that it's actually going to offset this maker along this line. So if I offset to the left, it's going to go here. So if I select maker and then select distort, you can see it's basically distorted that along that line. And now I'm going to go to change envelope, and then it will take me back. Now it's saying automatic width. So this is the width or the height of this maker when it creates it. So if I specify, and let's say I want it to be 1 inch, like so, that's 1 inch high. So if I change that envelope, let's make it 5 inches high, distort, you can see that is now 5 inches high. Now, personally, I never really use the one curve. I do use the two curves though, however. So change the envelope, and then instead of the single curve, I'm going to wrap between two curves. So I'm going to select that one, it's already set, and then select that one, and then I can select my maker text. Click distort. And this then distorts between those two curves. And I can change this if I want to, and say like so. Now the copies also work in this. So if I click many, best fit, what this will do, it will try to fit as many as it can in between there. Now it's not working at the moment, I'll show you why. But what I'm going to do is specify a number, let's say 10, creates 10 copies, let's say 2, it creates 2 copies. Now if I go to change envelope, and what I'm going to do is transform this, make it a lot smaller. Right, so now this is where the many comes into play. So if I go to envelope distortion, I'm going to change the envelope, make sure that I've got wrap between two curves, and then I'm going to distort. It does the one copy. If I click many now, it will create many copies, and it will fit as many copies as it can in between that space. I can still move things around like so. Let's turn off maintain smooth curves. And then when you're happy with that, click finish, and it gives you those vectors. So this is how you use the envelope distortion tool.